The sessions, to our great grief we pronounce, even pushes against our heart. The party tried, the daughter of a king, our wife, and one of us too much beloved. Let us be cleared of being tyrannous, since we so openly proceed in justice, which shall have due course, even to the guilt or the purgation. Produce the prisoner. It is his highness' pleasure that the queen appear in person here in court. Silence. Read the indictment. Hermione, queen to the worthy Leontes, king of Sicilia, thou art here accused and arraigned of high treason in committing adultery with Polixenes, king of Bohemia, and conspiring with Camillo to take away the life of our sovereign lord the king, thy royal husband. The pretense whereof being by circumstances partly laid open, thou, Hermione, contrary to the faith and allegiance of a true subject, didst counsel and aid them for their better safety to fly away by night. Since what I am to say must be but that which contradicts my accusation, and the testimony on my part no other, but what comes from myself, it shall scarce boot me to say not guilty. Mine integrity, being counted falsehood, shall, as I express it, be so received. But thus, if powers divine behold our human actions as they do, I doubt not then but innocence shall make false accusation blush, and tyranny tremble at patience. You, my lord, best know, whom least will seem to do so. My past life hath been as continent, as chaste, as true, as I am now unhappy, which is more than history can pattern, though devised and played to take spectators. For behold me, a fellow of the royal bed, which a moiety of the throne, a great king's daughter, the mother to a hopeful prince, here standing to prate and talk for life and honor, for who please to come in here for life, I prize it as I weigh grief, which I would spare for honor. 'Tis a derivative from me to mine, and only that I stand for. I appeal to your own conscience, sir, before Polixenes came to your court, how I was in your grace, how merited to be so, since he came. With what encounter so uncurrent I have strained to appear thus, if one jot beyond the bound of honor, or an act or will that way inclining, hardened be the hearts of all that hear me, and my nearest of kin cry fie upon thy grave. I ne'er heard yet that any of these bolder vices wanted less impudence to gainsay what they did than to perform it first. That's true enough, though 'tis a saying, so not due to me. You will not own it. More than mistress of which comes to me in name of fault I must not at all acknowledge. For Polixenes, with whom I am accused, I do confess I loved him. As in honor, I do confess I loved him, as in honor he required. With such a kind of love as might become a lady like me, with a love even such so as no other, as yourself commanded, which not to have done I think I had been in me, both disobedience and ingratitude, to you and toward your friend, whose love had spoke, even since it could speak from an infant freely, that it was yours, now for conspiracy. I know not how it tastes, though it be dished for me to try how. All I know of it is that Camillo was an honest man, and why he left your court the gods themselves, wotting no more than I, are ignorant. You knew of his departure, as you know, what you have undertaken to do in his absence. Sir, you speak a language that I understand not. My life stands on the level of your dreams, which I'll lay down. Your actions are my dreams. You had a bastard by Polixenes, and I but dreamed it, as you are past all shame. Those of your fact are so past all truth, which to deny concerns me more than avails. For as thy brat hath been cast out, like to itself, no father owning it, which is indeed more criminal in thee than it, so thou shalt free our justice, in whose easiest passage look for no less than death. So spare your threats. The bug which you would fright me, which I seek, to me can life be no commodity. The crown and comfort of my life your favour I do give lost, for I do feel it gone, but know not how it went. My second joy and first fruits of my body, from his presence I am barred like one infectious. My third comfort, starved most unluckily, is from my breast. The innocent milk in it most innocent mouth, haled out to murder. Myself on every post proclaimed a strumpet, with a modest hatred the child-bed privilege denied, which longs to women of all fashion. Lastly, hurried here to this place in the open air, before I have got strength of limit. Now, my liege, tell me what blessings I have here alive, that I should fear to die, therefore proceed, but yet hear this, mistake me not, no life, I prize it not a straw, but for mine honour, which I would free, if I shall be condemned upon surmises, all proof sleeping else, But what your jealousies awake, I tell you, 'tis rigor and not law, your honours all, or to refer me to the oracle. Apollo be my judge. This your request is altogether just, therefore bring forth, and in Apollo's name, his oracle. The Emperor of Russia was my father. Oh, that he were alive, and here beholding his daughter's trial, that he did but see the flatness of my misery, yet with eyes of pity, not revenge. You here shall swear upon the sword of justice that you, Cleomenes and Dion, have been both at Delphos, and from thence have brought this sealed-up oracle by the hand delivered of great Apollo's priest, and that since then you have not dared to break the holy seal, nor read the secrets in it. All this we swear. Break up the seals and read. Hermione is chaste, Polixenes blameless, Camillo a true subject, Leontes a jealous tyrant, his innocent babe truly begotten, and the king shall live without an heir if that which is lost be not found. Now blessed be the great Apollo. Praise it. Hast thou read truth? Aye, my lord, even so as it is here set down. There is no truth at all in the oracle. The sessions shall proceed. This is mere falsehood. My lord, the king! What is this business? Oh, sir, I shall be hated to report it. The prince, your son, with mere conceit and fear of the queen's speed is gone. How gone? Is dead. Apollo's angry, and the heavens themselves do strike at my injustice. How now there? This news is mortal to the queen. Look down and see what death is doing. Take her hence, my heart is but o'ercharged. She will recover. I have too much believed mine own suspicion. Beseech you tenderly apply to her some remedies for life. Apollo, pardon my great profaneness against thine oracle. I'll reconcile me to Polixenes. New woo my queen, recall the good Camillo, whom I proclaim a man of truth, of mercy, for being transported by my jealousies to bloody thoughts and to revenge. I chose Camillo for the minister to poison my friend Polixenes, which had been done, but that the good mind of Camillo tardied my swift command, though I with death and with reward did threaten and encourage him, not doing it, and being done. He, most humane and filled with honour, to my kingly guest unclasped my practice, quit his fortunes here, which you knew great, and to the hazard of all uncertainties himself commended, no richer than his honour, how he glisters through my rust, and how his piety does my deeds make the blacker. Woe the while, O cut my lace, lest my heart, cracking it, break too. What fit is this good lady? What studied torments tyrant hast for me? What wheels, racks, fires? What flaying, boiling, in leads or oils? What old or new a torture must I receive, whose every word deserves to taste of thy most worst? Thy tyranny together, working with thy jealousies, fancies too weak for boys, too green and idle for girls of 9. Oh, think what they have done, and then run mad, indeed stark mad, for all thy bygone fooleries were but spices of it. That thou betrayedst Polixenes 'twas nothing. That did but show thee of a fool inconstant, and damnable, and grateful. Nor was it much thou wouldst have poisoned good Camillo's honour, to have him kill king, poor trespasses. More monstrous standing by, whereof I reckon the casting forth to crows thy baby daughter, to be or none or